essentials. What are essentials? What are essentials? Is the question that is asked during this time of concern, great concern with the pandemic. People say pandemic. This is our situation, okay? We have some situations where we are needing to define what are essentials for now. What are the essentials for now? Now, having these things out here, it looks really junky. Would you say junk or treasure? Junk or treasure? I would love to take a poll of the people who would consider this to be junk, including the truck. We throw the truck in there. Yeah, love my super duty into the junk or treasure. Junk or treasure. Oh. Anything that you would consider to be essential are things that you need, things that are of a necessity. Junk or treasure? Would you say this is junk or treasures? Junk or treasures? I'm giving you a whole full video of I'm not going to trick you. I'm going to give you a whole full view of what's in the picture so that you can make a pimp decision. Junk or treasures? I know it's some guys like, ooh, I want that rigid. That definitely ain't no junk, I'll take that. That definitely ain't no junk, I'll take that blower. Junk or treasure? And I can hear my homeboy saying, oh yeah, I saw a power pressure washer tube over there on the side of that trailer. And that trailer sure ain't no junk. You understand? But there are a lot of people who have called this junk or referred to this as junk, which means they have determined that it has no value. No value. Or it's not important. It's unimportant for the current needs. of our society. Unimportant for the current needs of our society. Unimportant. See, I'm going to give you a close-up of them buckets. I'm going to give you a little bit of close-up of them buckets so I don't trick you. Alright. I'm not going to open the bucket because, see, people don't view things as what could be in there that I might need right off. They look on the outside and determine value from the outside. You may not know what you're looking at in this video, but every person in the appliance business that does appliance repairs knows what those are. Those are heater elements that are needed in your refrigerator for the defrost system. And even if you don't fix refrigerators, you are well aware that you have glass shelvings in most refrigerators and a lot of models. And not most refrigerators, but in a lot of models, you have some form of glass in there. And when it gets broken, it has to be replaced. This is something you'll probably can obviously see if you could see inside this freezer. That these are obviously parts and supplies that may be of value to someone in the business, but not necessarily to you. However, if you have a problem with your stove, I got what you need. You understand? Essentials. That's what essentials are, basically. Essentials are things that you need when you need them. Some things are only unessential because right now you may not need it. Alright. But they are essential to life. They are essential to life. And why are they essential to life? Because at some point, you may not know right now, or even consider right now, that you may even need that in the future. So that's not something you would consider as an essential at all. You would deem an essential at all. Because right now you don't need it, and you're not considering that someone will need to be in business to provide this for you when you do need it, because you may need it. You may need it. And so it is essential that someone provide these items all the time because of the unknown element of its necessity. When it will be needed. However, because it is essential to have refrigerators, stoves, washers, dryers. During this corona pandemic, people have been focusing on cleaning and placing more emphasis on things being cleaned. However, we have been cleaning since we've been in business. Well, I'm a clean person since before I was in business. Because it is essential to clean. Whether there's a pandemic or not, it's an essential to clean. When we have children's items like this, they will not be sold dusty and, and they're not even dirty because they've already been cleaned down with Clorox before. But will be re-cleaned and sanitized because it is essential, even in selling used items, to sanitize and clean things that are transferring hands and transferring possession. It's essential. Not to completely remove germs, but to minimize the transfer. Minimize the transfer. So all of these things that you see in this video would be deemed to be junk. Okay? In your eyes. I'll even throw in this pile of linens, okay? Linens and clothing. Essentials. These things are essentials. And I acquire a lot of valuable essentials in the process of my daily life. I acquire these things at a very minimal rate because at some point someone didn't consider it an essential to them. And they discard it, sell it. Perhaps the money was more essential when they sold it than the item. But however, this is how I acquire valuable essentials that have been discarded as non-essentials. Even this building, no one wanted this property before I came here. And I was so successful in a matter of 3 months that even the owner wanted me to get out so that he can try to do what I was doing, because he saw that I was so successful in such a short period of time. But he has no clue and no understanding of the hows and the whys. What makes my business essential? Okay? What makes my business essential? I have random stuff around like this. It's random. And it's dirty. It's junky looking. Sometimes more junkier than other times. It gets out of hand, and we have to somewhat work against, not against, but with the flow of it. And the flow is sometimes so abundant that we are unable to organize it quick enough. And so I've even designed methods of organizing things and cleaning things in sequence so that things don't get out of hand. But that was in the process of them getting out of hand. Sometimes you have to embark upon a situation and know what's essential for that situation. Essentials aren't anything that's set in stone because of the fact that the circumstances determine The current circumstances, the immediate circumstances, is what determines the need or necessity. Okay? Good example of essentials that are essentials no matter what, but people overlook